श्रृङ्खलामा प्रवेश गरेका छौँ र आजको यस कार्यक्रममा सहभागी हुने रेस्पेक्टेड प्रिन्सिपल सर, रेस्पेक्टेड भाइस प्रिन्सिपल सर अनि रेस्पेक्टेड म्याडम तेन्जिङ नर्जाम भुटिया डाइटबाट आजको विशेष रिसोर्स पर्सनको रूपमा आइदिनु भएको छ र साथै रेस्पेक्टेड अल टिचर्स, तपाईँहरू सबैलाई बारम्बार स्वागत जनाउन चाहे र आजको कार्यक्रमलाई अगाडि बढाउनुभन्दा अगाडि एउटा औपचारिकता रूपमा म प्रिन्सिपल सरलाई खाना अर्पण गरेर आजको रिसोर्स पर्सनलाई स्वागत जनाइदिनु हुन आग्रह गर्दछु। म्याडम तेन्जिङ नर्जाम भुटियालाई म्याडमलाई हार्दिक स्वागत र सम्पूर्ण राङ्का परिवारको तर्फबाट आज यस कार्यक्रममा सहभागी भएर केही ज्ञानमूलक कुराहरू हामी माझ साझा गरिदिनु हुनेछ, सिकाइदिनु हुनेछ भन्ने अपेक्षा सहित उहाँलाई हार्दिक स्वागत र ज्ञान अभिमान गर्न चाहे र जीवन नै हाम्रो एउटा वास्तवमा भने पनि हामी त्यो एउटा समाजभित्रसँग एउटा टिचर्स फ्रेटर्निटीभित्र र हरेक समय यो परिवर्तनशील एउटा ट्रान्जिसन पिरियडमा चलिरहेको हुन्छ र हरेक समयमा हामीले केही न केही कुरोहरू सिकिरहनु पर्ने अपरिहार्यता हामीमाथि आइपर्छ।
My subject actually is health and physical education, but over the years I've been working a lot under SERT and DIET as curriculum development team for Vidya Pravesh and ECCA. So during those tenure also I've learned a lot. I'll try my best today to what I know, and if I talk about experience, I'm sure you are tenfolds of me in experience. So despite that, since I've already been given this assignment, I'll try my best. So I expect to begin my session. So first thing first, हामी आज के क्लासको लागि आएका छौँ भन्नुभयो? Yes, creative classroom, right? So creative classroom, actually we may think it's something that it is something that we know. हामी सबैले जानेको कुरा हो, because the fact that we are teachers here today under the NCT norms, we are all a graduate or somebody who has done a professional DIET, BEd or MEd, right? तपाईहरु सबैजना यो कुरा सिकेर आउनु भएको. So I'm just here to highlight few things that is demanded by in reference of NCFFS. NCFFS भनेको चाहिँ National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage FS and SE School Education. So NEP 2020 आएको देखिनको there are few things that has been, it is not that it was not practiced. Recently हाम्रो symposium भएको बेलामा, thank you. Recently we had a symposium in DIET. So त्यसमा चाहिँ हाम्रो एकजना guest हुनुहुन्थ्यो, Anjali ma'am, who is a retired teacher. So she is retired from, she was a school teacher from Deurali, then she was retired, then SERT मा पनि उहाँले सर्भिस गरेर रिटायर हुनुभएको रहेछ. So उहाँ अब NEP भन्दा धेरै अगाडि नै उहाँले देउराली स्कुलमा जब टिचर हुनुहुन्थ्यो, she was implementing like so many ways of teaching रहेछ. त्यस्तै पाराले I'm sure before NEP, like I see a lot of senior teachers here, NEP ले के भने भम नभने भम तपाईहरुले out of your own experiences अब गर्दै यसो हुँदा रहेछ यसो हुँदा रहेछ भन्दै. So I'm sure you figured out a way of interacting or having a session with your child, and then eventually नानीहरुलाई चाहिँ एकदमै सक्सेसफुल बनाउनुमा तपाईहरुको हात रहेको छ है. So I think for a minute I would like you to think about, so नानीले सोच्दाखेरि there is a bubble here, no? See if you can make that bubble and think of a child who you think has become a successful person through contribution that you have made. So sister, except some very new teachers, I'm sure most of you will be able to cue up a bubble. Oh, यो नानीको मैले यस्तो भएको थिएँ, यो नानीको एकछिन सोच्नुहोस् त. Is it coming up? So success of a child does not necessarily mean that he or she is an IPS. Right? Success of a child means कि नानीको पेरेन्ट्सको एउटा भनौँ न sometimes घरमा है एउटा कमजोर एउटा स्थिति भएकोमा पनि तपाईले त्यो नानीले अरू नानी जसको कमजोर स्थिति नभएको सक्सेसफुल नानी, राम्रो ब्याकग्राउन्ड भएको नानी जतिकै तपाईले क्लासमा बराबर लान सक्नु पनि इट्स अ सक्सेस है. अब त्यस्तो गरेर सोच्नुस् त, राइट? सो नाउ talking about that, NAP frame out it has just given out a guideline of what a creative class should be. So first, I would like to quote a line. So you say, Sir Ken Robinson. Okay, Ken Robinson was he was education reformer. एकदमै उहाँको चाहिँ इन्टरनेसनल लेभलमा उहाँको एउटा रिफर्म आएको छ. सो उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्नुहुन्छ, creativity now is as important in education as literacy. हामीले चाहिँ literacy is important भनेर अहिले उल्लास भनेर प्रोग्राम आएको छ नि. जो गाउँतिर जहाँतिर where people are adult people but they have never been into formal education, so they don't know how to read and write, they are undergoing this ullas training, right? So यो एउटा किन भन्दा literacy is important. Why? Because you go to the ATM nowadays, money is not just to the bank, right? We go to the ATM. If you don't pin to press, you can somebody may take advantage of you. Similarly, if you don't know how to, let's simply say, you don't know the facility. I was just saying about elections सकेको छ भन्दैछ, जसको इलेक्सनको नियममा करेक्सन गर्नुहुन्छ, तपाईले यस्तो गर्नुस् भनेर 15 भर्नुस् भनेर त्यसरी एनाउन्समेन्ट आइरहेको छ. अब फर्म 15 कहाँ पाउने, फर्म 15 भनेको के हो है, त्यस्तो सबै कुरा लिटरेसी इज इम्पोर्टेन्ट भन्दैछ नि. सो उहाँले चाहिँ अहिले यो सर केन रबिन्सनले भन्नुहुन्छ क्रिएटिभिटी चाहिँ now is as important in education as literacy, and we should treat it with the same. So do you, first of all, do you agree that literacy is important? Yes, with a few reasons that I've said. Other than that, we usually talk about what or how literacy like कसरी बढाउने भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब चाहिँ हामीले यो समय आइसकेको छ जहाँ क्रिएटिभिटीलाई पनि त्यसरी नै बढाइ चढाइ गर्ने बेला आएको है. So first, what is creative classroom? I want to know from you. If anybody can say तपाईको एक्सपिरियन्सबाट या नलेजबाट creative classroom भन्नाले तपाईलाई के जस्तो लाग्छ? And we are just expecting answer. Answer could be correct, answer could be partially correct. Please. Anybody? Creative classroom. Suppose I am a teacher in this class, and if I am saying that this classroom is a creative classroom, means यसमा के हुन सक्छ? What all phenomena taking place in the class?
Where the student is able to think beyond the books.
Yes, very nice. So let's say my children are able to think beyond the books. Anything else? Anything else, sir? Okay, so let's just take the same statement that ma'am has given. Think beyond the books means suppose I'm, let's say, talking about creative class on the Monday. I mean, election document, ATM pin. That means I, as a teacher, am taking a little bit out of the box. Similarly, my child may be able to imagine more. Okay, so I'll be pointing out some points. Oh, I know. And say, first thing I have in my point here, a learning environment that encourages students. It encourages students to first is explore new ideas. Do you agree? Explore new ideas. Can I have any examples in the classroom? Can I have the topic around the explore new idea? Anybody, any example? Explore new idea. How can it happen? Any subject related. Can we have anybody from science? Because science is full of exploration, I believe. Science. School textbook. Okay, so can I talk about a topic that is where we are teaching kids about Earth, right? So Earth गोलो हुन्छ और यस्तो हुन्छ और त्यस्तो हुन्छ भनेर बुकमा जे छ त्यही मात्रै देखाइबस्छ. If we keep showing them this is what is Earth, so that is remaining in the class and within the textbook, सीमित भयो नि है. So यसैलाई if you say explore, that means maybe you bring a globe to the class. So when you bring the globe, 99.9% child will first do one thing, they'll spin. Do you agree? है नानीहरूले ग्लोब क्लासमा छ त्यहाँ छ भने नचलाउनु भने भए पनि they'll spin. Then the second thing they will do is they will get their home. मेरो घर चाहिँ कहाँ पर्दो रहेछ, right? So मेरो घर कहाँ पर्दो रहेछ is an exploration, because at least they know that this is our planet. It is not like Jupiter or Saturn पनि छ क्लासरुममा यताउता and they are trying to look for their home in Jupiter. थाहा छ यो यहाँनिर सोलर सिस्टम बनाएको छ, यहाँनिर जुपिटर छ, यो जुपिटरमा मैले गर्नु खोजेछु भनेर यहाँनिरको कन्सेप्ट विचार लाग्ने कन्सेप्ट इज रङ भनेको है. सो इफ अर्थमा नानीले स्पिन गर्दैछ भने नानी इज एक्सप्लोरिङ द न्यू कन्सेप्ट द्याट सो द्याट मिन्स रोटेसन. अब रोटेसन रिभोल्युसन इज लेटर इन क्लास, लेट्स से only in the above standards, right? The fact that the child is spinning, the fact that the child is looking for his home or looking for his country means the child is already exploring. Okay, so next is express themselves creatively. So one question I want to ask, okay? So if a child is hungry, a child is very, very hungry. So let's take Shannon Nani for example, eh? Class, let's say 4 ko nani ekdamai bhokairako cha re. So I'll ask you, sir, what do you think Nani कसरी टिचरलाई कन्भे गर्छ भोक लाग्यो भन्ने? If the child has to let the teacher know.
There is one personal experience which I feel in the classroom. So there was one girl I am class teacher at class 9, in which I teach mathematics. So she was having food in the class while I was teaching in the class. So somebody else from the class pointed out that she is having a lunch in the class in the first period itself. So I was very embarrassed. किन भयो यस्तो? किनभने बिहान त सबैजना खाना खाएर आउँछ. So she was busy in the last bench taking the lunch. So it was very embarrassing situation for me. किनभनेदेखि नानी कोही त भोकै आउँदैछ, त्यही कारण त उ निकालेर खान्छ, नभए त्यतिकै खाने त कुरा आउँदैन. सो मलाई अब त्यो नानीलाई गाली गर्नु कि के गर्नु कि अब हुन्छ नि, आई वाज कन्फ्युज्ड अब के भन्नु उसलाई भोक लागेको छ, उसले खाँदैछ, शी इज राइट इन ए वे. सो what I did is I told her, please come out, go outside and have the lunch. अन्त उसलाई मैले त्यस्तो गाली पनि गरेन, के पनि गरेन. सो आई टोल्ड कि बाहिर बसेर हौ, सो द्याट क्लास डजन्ट गेट डिस्टर्ब. किन अरूले हेर्नु थाल्छ नि त, त्यो एक प्रकारको टेम्पटेसन आउँछ. सो त्यस्तो पाराले मैले द्याट इज माई रियल लाइफ सिचुएसन. I may be right or I may be wrong, I don't know.
I think that was a very kind way of you, because of course we are all time bound. Right, teachers भनेपछि syllabus complete गर्ने time bound हुन्छ. So we cannot miss 15 minutes because one child is having. किनभने नानीको त loss है time, right? So that actually was a very good idea. So sir's experience says when a child is hungry and she wants to express herself, she will just start eating. Okay, so everything else is secondary. She will just start having. Right? त्यसै पाराले ma'am, can I ask you, how do you think a child will express that she is hungry?
I think that must depend on the child.
Okay. Can you anyone keep on successful?
Nowadays the kids are very frank to the teachers. Some, if the seniors, I think take classes from office. So in my opinion, I think they will tell the teacher that they're hungry.
Okay.
They can open their lunch and ask them.
Yes.
That
Okay.
kind of.
Thank you so much. Those were the two different ideas, right? So one, a child would just start having. The other is the child, if she feels close enough to the teacher, she will say, "Ma'am, मलाई भोक लागिरहेको छ या कसरी है?" So, sir, from you, can you know in any way, any other than that has already come, कस्तो पाराले नानीले
Start crying.
Very good. Yes. So we are right now talking about children who's in class, a child who is in class 4. Right? Class 4 standard may not be able to just express, so they may just cry. Okay. Can I have last one, sir? Wait. नानीले कुन पाराले एक्सप्रेस गर्दा भोक लाग्यो भने?
सिनियर क्लासको यो भिडियो क्लासेसमा बस्छ, उनीहरूले केही नभनिकन
लुकेरै घोकिँदै यसरी है? I think we have done that. We have all done that at one part of life, where we have, hidden in, we have eaten. So that is yes. So yes, sir.
Some child says they plead for certain non toilets. They can do.
Oh.
They will sit and
That's a very smart child. I think I wouldn't be one of that smart one. So yes, so one more thing has come in. May I go to the toilet? So that is also one idea. So another idea, anyone from junior classes?
हाम्रो नानीहरूले चाहिँ साथीको माध्यमद्वारा त्यो पुरा भोक लाग्यो अरे भनेर
Yay, wonderful. Yes, so अलिकति बोल्नु सक्नेलाई चाहिँ है क्लास 1 हुन्छ को हुन्छ भन्दिनु नि भोक लाग्यो है. Okay. Yes, anything else?
Child will lack concentration. Child will be lazy.
Yes.
Will not be able to concentrate.
Okay, that's great. Oh, the restless भइरहेको हुन्छ नानी है. Restless त्यहाँको टिचर्सले के भनिरहेको छ उसको प्लानले है सुनेकै हुँदैन. Okay. So I think that is happening right now. Okay, jokes apart. So yes, child will get restless. His way of expression, his or her way of expression, hunger, is somebody will just eat. Somebody will, speak it out. Possibly, है आजकलको नानी बाटो हुन्छ बोल्नु सक्छ कतिजना है. बोल्नु सक्ने नानी छ भने ऊ आफै भन्छ, आफै भन्नु सकेन भने साथीको थ्रु भन्नु सकेन भने रेस्टलेस, कोही चाहिँ म्याग गरेको वासरुम भनेर you will go and figure out the way. And some other way that I think is हरिभरि म्याम टाइम कति भयो? लन्च ब्रेक हुँदैछ नि. घन्टी लागेन के भनेर के त्यो बेल आउने कहाँतिर देख्छ? You'll be looking at if anybody is coming to ring the bell, right? So these are the different ways child can express one emotion. Do we agree? Yes. Right? एउटा hunger is one thing. तर यो एउटा भोकलाई हामीले एक्सप्रेस गर्ने चाहिँ यति बेसी तरिका छ. अझै हामीले if we keep talking about it, there are so many more ways. So, in a creative classroom मा चाहिँ यो एउटा तरिकालाई चाहिँ we have to accept. So okay, accept in a sense we have to also encourage. So if anybody, like if we are talking about any concept as such, let's say mathematical concept, if we are specifically talking about addition, so I actually got a very interesting problem, okay, for all of you. My problem भनेछु तपाईले solve गर्नु पर्यो माइन्डमा है, माइन्डमा गर्नु पर्यो. Okay, so the problem of the problem to be solved is 22 plus 16 minus 3 divided by 2. 17.5, 16.5, anything else? I know I said only once. Okay, now one more question. 225 plus 270. 225 plus 270. 490? 495? Everybody? Okay. So I'll ask ma'am first. Please.
200.
200. Remaining 75. Right? Okay. Anybody else? This is all the way. 20. Anybody else want it in a different way? Anybody else? I want to ask a question which I need a serious. Do we have a pen? Whiteboard pencil? Or chalk? So what was the question? 225 plus 70, sorry, yes. So I want to ask, how many of you one मा गर्दाखेरि पनि यो दुईटा डिजिट नम्बर्सलाई यसरी अरेन्ज गरेर जोड्नु भयो? Yes, 1. Anybody else? 2. Anybody else? 3. Yes. This is where the difference lies in a concept. तपाईहरु जसले यसरी गर्नु भएको छ, that means your brain has been mechanized to solve this problem. It's a problem, no? To solve this problem in a bookish way. Whereas तपाईहरु जसले 200 लाई जोड्नु भयो, त्यहाँको 75 plus 25 गर्नु भयो. So it is more that you have done calculation. Those who have done calculation like that, It's more like you have better number concept. You have utilized the concept of number rather than the bookish knowledge. नानीहरुले चाहिँ तपाईले कसरी थाहा पाउन सक्नुहुन्छ भने नि suppose let's say 2 plus 6 यहाँनिर option A, B, C छ अरे. So 32, 8 र let's say 60 छ अरे. Okay, or let's just put yeah 60. Okay, let's just say 008. Okay. So a child, if these questions are there, what is the answer? So it should हामीलाई चाहिँ 8 लाख चाहिँ किन आउँदैछ भन्दाखेरि अहिले हुन त मैले डिफरेन्स ठुलो राखेको छु यहाँनिर. But for a child, तपाईले आफ्नो let's say class 4 सम्मको स्ट्यान्डर्डले what does the LO says? The child should be able to do the basics of mathematics till at least easy simple 2 digit त गर्नै पर्न सक्नु पर्यो है. यहाँ 2 digit यहाँ 2 digit एडिसन गर्न सक्नै पर्यो. अझै 4 सम्म 3 digit or beyond है. So नानीले चाहिँ यो त 1 digit हो. तर पनि नानीले चाहिँ फ्ल्याटै 08 भन्नु सक्दैन रहेछ भनेर नि because they should be able to rule out. यति बेसी त हुँदैन नि. मेरो साथीकोमा 6 वटा क्यान्डिज मेरो 2टा मिठा मिलाएर त 60 त हुँदैन नि. So त्यसरी पनि हुँदैन. त्यो कन्सेप्टले रुल आउट गरेर if they are able to arrive at the correct answer, this is what is mathematical concept amongst the child. But if the अब यो AB हो कि C हो भनेर पुरै जोडेर गर्न थालेर अनि मात्रै आन्सर करेक्ट आन्सरमा आउँदैछ भने नानीको आन्सर त करेक्ट हो तर उसको कन्सेप्ट इज अलिकति वीक है. त्यो सो we talk about concept like this. जस्तै अब यो प्रब्लम सल्भ गर्नु त तपाईहरुले we are all adult, we have all been through formal education, but still there were different ways of solving our problems, right? So नानीहरुको चाहिँ एउटै अब मैले specifically after the scenario of a child being hungry, why I was talking about this is something that is there in book, right? हाम्रो भनौँ न एउटा formal education को प्रोसेसमा यस्तो खालको प्रब्लम आइन्छ नि. So what we say is a child in a creative classroom should have ample of ways of answering or giving their ideas. So when we ask the question, if you have sat for any competitive exam, MCQ for choice kaile pani choose the correct answer from ABCD आउँदैन. It is always choose the appropriate one. Do you agree? Choose the appropriate answer. Choose the most appropriate answer भनिन्छ नि. किनभने appropriate किनभने correct भनेको चाहिँ A B C D छ पनि B र C पनि करेक्ट होला, C र D पनि करेक्ट होला. या त चारटै करेक्ट होला in a way. But appropriate, age appropriate, context appropriate हुन्छ नि. So यो एउटा appropriateness को चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ एउटा it's like a bar. If you say correct answer, it is like एउटा option मात्रै दिएर नानीलाई. So if we are giving them more than one option, that means we are telling choose the appropriate. Right? So नानीहरुलाई चाहिँ एउटा creative classroom मा चाहिँ they should be able to express themselves creatively in n number of ways. So one situation, one problem, if they are dividing this into multiple hundreds, very good. One खातामा let's say खातामा 100 किनभने चारटा 100 छ त्यति नानीले बुझ्यो 100 गर्यो 100 गर्यो यहाँ 100 गर्यो यहाँ 100 गर्यो जोड्यो त्यहाँको यतापट्टि 25 र 75 सजिलो भयो नि 70. So a child may opt this way, also correct. Okay, so just saying that a creative classroom means a child can answer in various ways. Okay, the next is prioritize innovation. Creative classroom ma चाहिँ के हुनुपर्छ भन्दाखेरि जुन चाहिँ तपाईहरुले I'm sure you've all been doing, just putting out in point, bullet point ma हालेको मात्रै हो. Prioritizing innovation. Innovation means that sometimes you can leave the option to the child. What do you want to do? Because let's say we are always running behind this syllabus coverage, right? हामीलाई हेरेर के syllabus cover गर्नुपछि लागि पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ we forget to give priority to innovation, creativity. त्यो space दिनु सक्दैन नि. हाम्रोमा lack of time हुन्छ है. So त्यसो गर्दाखेरि somehow we have to manage time to incorporate all of these inside the class. So let's अहिले NEP ले भन्छ नि especially the foundational stage, that a class should be play-based. We'll come to it. Play-based भन्छ. अब घरि त बाहिर play गर्न लानु भएन. When are we going to cover the syllabus? One thing, the school is there. The second thing is, parents will ask, my child is, मेरो कजनको छोरी त प्राइभेट स्कुलमा जान्दै गरेको त जेडसम्म लेखेर त आफ्नो नाम लेख्न थालिसक्यो मेरो नानीले त पेन्सिलै पक्रिनै जानेको छैन भनेर दे च्यालेन्ज द टिचर्स राइट सो द्याट इज अनदर च्यालेन्ज द्याट वी निड टु कोअपरेट हियर बट हो त्यही कारणले चाहिँ भन्दैछ वाट एभर इम्प्लिमेन्टेसन वी आर टकिङ अबाउट वी हेभ टु use our brain, wreck our brain, work together and eventually blend it in the curriculum. Curriculum भित्रै चाहिँ त्यो जति सक्दो if you have seen the ECC module teachers handbook हेर्नुभयो भने कलर्सको बारेमा RED red, RED red, REB LUE blue spelling रटेर त्यसो नगरेर चाहिँ activity based गराएको छ नि where children are actually playing with the color and the red नै चाहिँ red लेखेर मुनि RED red. No? So that is how the child is not having a specific play period, but indulging, incorporating everything within it. Okay. So right now, I just want to inform you all that I'll be referring to mostly will belong to elementary level children, class nursery or preschool 1 to 8 samako. So those of you who are teaching in the senior classes, please contextualize yourself. Okay, that is what she's trying to say, kind of. Okay. So, prioritize innovation. Innovative classroom, innovative child is very, very important. Let's just say, whatever is there in the market, it is all out of innovation. Do you agree? Yes. आजको दिनमा सबभन्दा चलिरहेको सबभन्दा ठुलो चलेको कम्पनी के हो जुन चाहिँमा इनोभेसन नै भइरहेको छ लेट्स जस्ट टेक एक्जाम्पल अफ गुगल गुगलले यति बेसी अपडेट पठाउँछ लेट्स जस्ट से व्हाट्सएपले यति बेसी एडिट गर्छ पहिला व्हाट्सएपमा च्याट मात्रै हुन्थ्यो अब व्हाट्सएपमा भिडियो कल हुन्छ नि पहिला अडियो मेसेज मात्रै सेन्ड हुन्छ नि अब भिडियो मेसेज पनि सेन्ड हुन्छ डु यु एग्री अब पहिला व्हाट्सएप भनेको कम्युनिकेसन मात्रै थियो अब व्हाट्सएप भनेको पैसा पनि पठाउने र ल्याउने र गर्ने अरे सो that is how everything needs an upgradation. That is what is innovation. That is what is innovation. Realizing the need. यानी के कुराको खाँचो छ है त्यो पाराले त त्यो सामान बिक्छ नि अब सिम्पल अब आइटम घरको तपाईको डेली आइटम्स पनि हेर्नु भयो लेट्स जस्ट से ठुलो किचन वाइप फ्लोर वाइपर त्यो वाइपर चाहिँ सानो वाइपर आउँदाखेरि some of you may think के हो यसको use but those of you who work in kitchen work wherever there is marble you know that त्यो सानो एउटा सामानको कति युज छ so innovation चाहिँ नानीहरुमाथि चाहिँ that is actually something that's inborn तर त्यो चाहिँ formal education ले मार्छ research says like that not me what research says is a child is born जस्तै तपाईले देख्नु तपाईको घरमा तपाईको छरछिमेकीमा if you have seen एउटा नानीले एउटा पलङबाट माथि चढ्नु या पलङबाट तल उक्लिनुमा उले 10 एउटा आइडिया निकाल्छ कसरी उ चढ्ने या कसरी चढ्ने या उलाई जे मिठाई खाने छ त्यो मिठाईलाई कसरी झिक्ने he or she will have so many ways but once the child is into formal education हामीले चाहिँ यसो गरेको छ हर्सलाई यसरी लगाएर यताउता नहेरी चाहिँ हामीले जे बाटो देखाएको छ त्यसैमा हिँड्नु भनेको जस्तै नानीले so that is what is supposed to be avoided especially if you want to have a creative classroom let this go off and let them explore in all the possible ways. So of course, under your guidance, right? Okay, so next is use imagination. Imagination, obviously you'll have to bring it. You have to let the child also imagine. So one way of that is, especially during language classes, because there are lots of stories, right? Stories, poem, so what we can do is, I have brought few activities also. I have this book, I have this handbook with me. I think you all can get it online. The Creative Teacher's Handbook. This is only 70 rupees. There's an Indian author there. Mumbai published with this. We will try to see where we get it. So this has a lot of ideas what we can do in the classroom to make it creative. Right? So यो बुकबाट मैले एक दुईवटा पिक गरेको छु. अहिले जुन चाहिँ मैले भन्दैछु about using imagination. So there's one activity which is called the adjective sprinkler. Adjective sprinkler. So now let's say we are teaching a concept of adjectives. Okay, in any of the language we have that concept, right? So adjective is this is the definition is this activity like there is one small line here. I'll write here let's the dash dog ran dash to the dash house. Okay, this is activity for us right now. Adjective sprinkler. So as a teacher, English teacher, I would probably first know what is adjective and all. So right now we'll only try to focus on, let's try to fill the what do you say, blank. Okay, so adjectives, basically what it does is, it helps us communicate better because we can be more specific, we can be more precise. आजकलको अब भनौँ न एसे राइटिङ, लेटर राइटिङ सबैमा त वर्ड लिमिट हुन्छ। तपाईँ कम्पिटेटिभ एक्जाम्समा जानुहुँदाखेरि ठुलो कन्सेप्ट एनइपी 2020 को बारेमा लेख्नु 100 वर्ड्समा भन्छ। सो हाउ आर यु गोइङ टु राइट इट द बिग कन्सेप्ट इन अ स्मलर थिङ नो। सो नानीलाई भोलि पर्सि 11 को टिचर्सको भरमा नछोडेर इफ यु आर एबल टु प्र्याक्टिस सच in the beginning stages, it will be more helpful. So let's do this. Let's all do this. The dash dog. Can we specify the dog? What do you think? Okay, yes, please say something then. The black dog. Okay, then the big dog. Okay, the small dog. Anything else? Okay, let's just say lazy dog. Oh, yes, very good. That's a personality description. The lazy dog or the hyperactive dog. Okay. Any other words? Can we have more words here? Very good. The active dog. Then?
Aggressive.
Or the guard dog. Guard dog. Okay. So let's say the active dog ran dash fast. Yes, ran fast. Okay. Or ran anything? Towards. Ran towards. Okay. Ran slow.
Ran furiously.
Yes.
Furiously.
Furiously. Okay. Ran furiously. Fast. Okay. Did we get some words? Excuse me. To the dash house. To the neighbor's house. Let's put in some adjective. Describing words. Okay. To the small house. To the old house. Yes. To the new house. Anything else? Big boss house. Okay. Okay, so let's say, okay, I'm going to word like that. The active dog. The active dog ran furiously to the, or furious, I think, fast, let's say, okay, fast to the, what house? New house. New house. Okay, old house. Okay, so now do you see the difference? If we erase the blanks, the dog ran to the house. Makes pretty much sense. At a mathematical level, makes pretty much sense. But when it is specified, we know which dog we are talking about, we know which house we are talking about. So it becomes way more specific, right? So यस्तो खालको activity चाहिँ यो creative teachers handbook मा दिएको रहेछ. Very very interesting, so many ways. अनि जस्तै अब यो a particular adjective मा छ. Can we try, excuse me, to build a similar fill in the blank with a social science concept? Anybody from social science background or any other background? Yeah, what can we talk about social science? एकदम prompt के छ? Anybody, anything? Let's try it together. Binary mate on the way, and we have the eraser here. Yes.
The earth revolves around the sun.
Okay, let's say the earth
Revolves around the sun.
Okay, around the sun. Okay. The earth revolves around the sun. Now let's try to put in some adjectives here. The what earth?
The planet.
Planet earth. Planet, let's, okay. अब यहाँ adjective हुनु पर्दैन. Okay, so we are just trying to fill up so that this sentence makes sense. Okay? So what can it be? The planet earth. Okay, any other word? Planet ko alawa, any other word? Yes? Yes, the blue earth. Because blue planet is the blue earth. Or let's say the beautiful earth. Okay, so we pick in one word. Let's say the planet earth revolves dash around the sun. smoothly because there is no bumps. Unlike Ranka Road, right? There is no bumps. So can we say the planet Earth revolves smoothly around the sun? Okay. So similarly, we can have many other words, right? So यस्तो पाराले पनि हामीले क्लासमा this could be like a revision in the class. After your lessons are done, okay, now what is Earth? What do you know? What did you understand? Instead of saying that, maybe we can put it, let's play a game. We'll try to fill the blank. So let's say if you want the concept of revolve, if you want to check the concept of revolve, dash around the sun. Nothing else. Can any other word come around the sun? Then also if I is you have to accept. So let's say if this is the dash, other than revolves, any other word. Now our brain is difficult to work because I'm the revolve process. So unlearning is difficult. Yes. Moves, rotates, walks. For once, goes around the sun. Right? So anything a child can say is correct. Then maybe we can say, I've collected an apple of words, and then eventually I took in one word, no? Just that two words, right? The last one, you have to active dog. You let the child say like different answers, and eventually you write revolves. So that is one way of having a session in the class. Okay. So this is where we are utilizing this session because you have a statement. Galaxy, giant solar system, now when we were talking about this, did you picture about any dog? Yes. Most probably your pet dog or a chutcha dog from your neighbor, right? So somebody came into your mind, right? That is what is imagination. Okay, so this is trying to foster imagination in the classroom, right? Work in collaboration. Collaboration, we can say teamwork first of all. Okay, the easy word is teamwork. Two heads are better than one. Especially problem solving situation on the day. If there are more than one people, there's another saying. I think that was also by Ken Robinson. I can't really remember it clearly. It says like there is a very less chances of two heads going in the wrong direction. Unless दुईजना खुरापाती दिमागमा हुन्छ बदमास दुईजनाले नै लु उहाँलाई तोडफोड गरौँ भन्छ होला नभए चाहिँ two heads going in the same direction, that does not usually happen. So एउटा wrong जाने सब आफैले गाइड गर्छ नि है. Okay, so in that context collaboration चाहिँ एकदमै हामी ह्युमन चाहिँ यस्तो भन्छ नि हिन्दी मुभी एन्ड एभ्रीवेयर वी से नो अकेले पैदा भए अकेले मरेंगे भन्छ नि सुन्नु भएको न एक्लै जन्मेको एक्लै मर्छु तर संसारमा हुन्जेल आउँदा र जाँदा त जानुस् एक्लै आउनुस् एक्लै तर संसारमा रहन्जेल चाहिँ मान्छे चाहिँ एक्लै बाँच्नु एकदमै साह्रो हो. It's very very difficult. You must have experienced that during COVID isolation. How many of you were isolated during COVID for whatever reasons? Anybody? Isolation room, एउटा कोठामा. One, only one, 2, 3. Nobody isolated. 15 days वाला quarantine मा बसेको थिए. Nobody else. घरैमा भए पनि. This must be a very healthy group of people. Okay. So yes, during COVID we have seen people, right? Most of the time, COVID patients are they were giving up on their life. Doctors were saying, patient ko vital improve. Then somewhere is saying the patient themselves did not keep the spirit at all. Pandemic so a person in isolation has a very very limited growth, chances of growth or progress. तपाईहरुले हेर्नुस् अब बस्तीको स्कुलमा स्पेशली क्लास 3 मा एउटा नानी, 4 मा एउटा नानी, 1 मा एउटा नानी हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ usually the teacher takes them to the other class. अब अलिक स्ट्यान्डर्ड राम्रो छ भने अप्पर क्लासमा लगेर गएर मिसाइदिनुहुन्छ, नभए अलिक स्ट्यान्डर्ड अलिक कम्ती नै छ भने लोअर क्लासमा लिएर मिसाइदिनुहुन्छ नि. So this is something because human being needs a collaboration in each and everything. हाम्रो community helpers भन्ने शब्द नै त हो त्यही कारणले भनेको. Because without people helping you, we cannot survive. So, नानीलाई पनि thrive गर्नु लागि collaboration मा work गर्नु एकदमै important हो. So there should be lots of team work as much as possible. आज हामी पनि सबैजना एउटा टिम हो गर्नेवाला छ, okay? So later in the class, then अर्को चाहिँ यहाँनिर चाहिँ when we say collaboration, this collaboration does not only means साथी-साथीमा group बनाएर काम. This collaboration also means collaboration among subject. Let's say Nikita. Okay, Nikita and I are English teacher and science teacher, the social science teacher. So two of us can have a collaborative class where we are talking about adjectives in the science session. Similarly, maths manta greater than, smaller than शब्द भनेको भन्दा पनि it's an English language, no? त्यसलाई greater than, smaller than नेपालीमा भने पनि हिन्दीमा भने पनि त्यो कन्सेप्ट चेन्ज हुँदैन नि, but language त चेन्ज हुँदैछ नि. So नानीले confused नहुनु लागि चाहिँ maybe someday maths and English could work together. And then instead of adjective, you just need to fill in the number. Okay, so some collaborations are also necessary at the level of subjects. I asked the college nowadays, according to the NEP, college are not supposed to conduct one isolated course. You are supposed to have integrated ones. Because human being, like a cell phone, like a smartphone, you need to have everything in you. तपाईको ब्याट्री राम्रो हुनु पर्यो, तपाईको क्यामेरा राम्रो हुनु पर्यो, तपाईको स्टोरेज पनि हुनु पर्यो, तपाईको टच सेन्सिटिभ पनि राम्रो हुनु पर्यो, तपाईको साइज पनि ठिकै हुनु पर्यो, तपाईको दाम पनि ठिकै हुनु पर्यो. Right? So human need to, we are basically, when we take class, we look for a holistic development in the child, right? So the holistic develop गर्नु लागि चाहिँ नानीलाई सधैँ चाहिँ subject isolation मा नगरेर sometimes subject can also be brought together. Okay, so I remember when I was in PNG, I studied in PNG. When I was in PNG, one of our junior classes had a class भित्र मेला, food fair. त्यो food fair चाहिँ हाम्रो maths teacher र हाम्रो social science teacher ले सँगै राख्नु भएको थियो रहेछ. Maths teacher ले चाहिँ कसरी पैसाको लेनदेन. So the use and all the schools were invited. नानीहरु घरबाट खाना लिएर आउनु भएको थियो and there were a lot of buying and selling of food. Right? The coupon system main money handle चाहिँ टिचरले गर्नुभयो. त्यहाँको त्यो कुपन सिस्टम गरेर त्यो कुपन 10 रुपैयाँ को कुपन and 3 रुपैयाँ को कुपन फर्काउनु पर्ने त्यस्तो चाहिँ एउटा टिडियस त्यो चाहिँ म्याथमेटिक्स को सरले ह्यान्डल गर्नु भएको छ. त्यहाँ के फुड आइटम गर्नु पर्ने, फुड वेस्ट नगर्नु पर्ने, व्हाट आर द न्यूट्रिशियस फुड एन्ड भेजिटेबल, व्हाट आर द जंक्स, त्यो सबैलाई चाहिँ क्लासिफाई गरेर सोशल साइन्स को टिचरले गर्नु भएको छ. So activity as such can be carried out in collaboration. Okay. Then next, take risk. Do you think taking risk is important and important part of life?
Yes.
Why? How? There's a quote, no? If your dream doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough. So, right now I'm already at my 30s, and now I'm thinking that I want to be an army officer. I really want to be an army officer. It's not just scary, it's very, very scary for me, right? So if it's like this, it's a dream that I as a person am carrying, right? So which may look very difficult at one point in time, should be there, risk-taking attitude. So right now, I think the generation, if you see the classes, ask Nani, I have very, very low competency on risk-taking. Especially जो seniors हुनुहुन्थ्यो कता ढुङ्गाबाट जम्प गर्नुहुन्थ्यो तपाईको खोजा भाषामा डराउँछ नदुखेको त हैन नि ठोक्दा सिस्नोले भेट्दा नदुखेको त हैन नि जंगलभित्र कुदी हिँडेको खोला नालामा स्विमिङ गरेको that is extremely risk-taking attitude. But now as the generation has gone down, because अहिलेको नानीको प्रब्लम त्यस्तो छैन नि त सानो पडल होस् त हात खोजिहाल्छ. My brother's baby भनौँ न मेरो that नानी is like 1 year old, उसले यति पनि काम गर्दैन जुन चाहिँ उ लड्न सक्छ. प्लेन छ पनि उ हिँड्छ कुद्छ अलिकति यति सिरी आयो भने नि मान्छे कहाँ छेउमा को छ उसको हात पक्रिन हात खोजिहाल्छ यसो गर्छ. That is inborn in them right now. So यो चाहिँ हामीले अलिकति चाहिँ नानीहरूलाई we have to encourage. So risk taking also in terms of why risk taking is important, because risk taking attitude also life eventually when you grow up things come upon you त्यति बेला चाहिँ छक्कै पर्ने हुँदैन नि त. Because that will be things जस्तो भनौँ न तपाईले अहिलेसम्म जुगाले कहिले टोकेको छैन अरे फर्स्ट टाइम जुगाले टोक्दा त त्यसलाई प्यानिकै हुन्छ नि पहिला त त्यो टोकेको प्रोसेस देख्दा. Then after that when the blood is being flowing from your hand, then after that you have a bump. then it's itching. It's a big deal. But for somebody who is living in a village, they'll not even bother for once. Okay, so life is a lot of ups and downs that we as an adult know. There are the ups and downs, let's say, risk taking attitude. Develop. That doesn't mean we do things inappropriate to the age. That again, as a teacher, we know. Like, for example, class 3 ko nanile, मलाई मसँग बोल्दै सोध्दै बोल्दैछ नि oh के साह्रो प्याउले परेको when I say that class 3 or 2 को नानीले if they are speaking in a very totally language to you will you say किन भन्छ what do you say oh किन लानु पर्छ sit properly talk to me properly will we say that yeah we will probably not say that because we know that according to their age it will take time for some children to speak properly. Similarly, if a child, let's say, if I ask, let's say, sir, can you please stand on a bench? I expect that out of sir because I know his height, I know the height of the bench, and I know what a person of sir's physique is capable of doing. So age appropriateness you have to maintain. And if you think you're not sure about the age appropriateness, you can go through the NCF book. NCF FS foundational stage, NCF the LOs. The LOs will guide you thoroughly. If the nanny is doing beyond the LO chamta, it's good, well and good. You should accept it. But we can encourage. Basically, okay. So this is risk-taking attitude we can encourage. For a simple example, public speaking. Classroom classroom amongst 5 people also, if the child is not able to say as simple as may I go to the washroom, that means it is time for you to seek guidance, right? Okay, so that's there. The second last sabu, experiment with new concept and learn from their mistakes. Experiment with new concept. Like we were talking about the rotation and evolution of Earth. Let's say the concept has not yet been introduced in a certain stage. Let's say class 2, we are only talking about Earth. Earth is a planet, right? My country, my house is on the planet Earth. Let them explore on their own. Okay, so that is also them themselves experimenting with new concept. Let's say Earth similarly model. You have a model of Milky Way galaxy. Let's say the Milky Way galaxy is a model level and solar system model level. So you will correct it. Correction they will do the correction. Okay. Then last is chance for holistic development. Eventually, the subject you cannot say I blame the maths teacher because the child failed in maths. Because there are so many mathematical concepts in other subjects as well. 2 horses were going to graze the grass. How many horses? 2, right? That's a number concept. So despite the fact that I'm an English teacher, if there are numbers anywhere, or the sun is bigger than the moon, or there's a bigger and smaller concept, in a way mathematical concept. But if I'm indulging it in my classroom, okay, basically in the back of our mind, it should be, our target should be, we need a holistically developed child, despite whatever your subject is. Okay, so with this, are we clear about what a creative classroom will encourage? Yes? Right? We are just bringing out the points. Okay. I'll give play for example. So foundational stage was NCF FS specifically free play, guided play, free play, guided play, structured play. Even in the even because why specifically foundation class sensorial learning is more. So if I'm touching something, if I'm feeling it, if I'm being able to identify rough and smooth, cold and hot, or any surface like that, it stimulates. Just say for example, okay, right now I will tell you a number. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? If you are ready, then let's just look right, everybody. Are we ready?
Yes.
No, if you are ready, instead of yes, you have to look right. Are you ready? Yes. How about you are looking left? Are we ready? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to say a number. We'll try to remember, okay? I'll have to remember myself. Ready? 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 6. Can you please repeat after me?
6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 6.
Okay, we cannot write it down, okay? Okay. So you have your number, right? Up here,
6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 6.
Okay. Now can you try to tell the number in reverse?
6, 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 6.
6 to 1, 3, 4, 6. 6 to 1, 3, 4, 6.
6, 2, 1, 3, 4, 6.
4, 1, 4, 6.
Okay. We'll do it once more. Whatever number I tell you, you have to tell it back to me in reverse. Okay? Ready? 4, 1. 1. Very smart. Next. 2, 7, 4.
4, 7, 2.
Next. 5, 8, 1, 7.
7, 1, 8, 5.
Okay, some of you are stumbling. No worries. 6, 4, 3, 1, 2.
2, 1, 4, 6.
So this capacity,
3, 6.
this brain you are utilizing right now is called a working memory. We talk about short-term memory, we talk about long-term memory, right? So here you have a working memory exercise. Okay, so it's like let's say this was like a game where we are refreshing ourselves, but we are also talking about number. So when I said to you verbally, so तपाईं कुन चाहिँ सेन्स मात्रै काम गरिरहेको यति बेला इन्फर्मेसन गेन गर्नु लागि which sense, which of the senses, 5 sense organs did you use? Yes. Here, hearing. What do we call the sense? Yes, auditory. Okay, so we were utilizing only the auditory, right? Now we will add auditory and visuals. Okay, so auditory boyo. 4, 1. This could reverse. 1, 4. Okay, I'm going to cover it. Okay. 2, 7, 4.
4, 7, 2.
Now we are proceeding to next number. Okay. 5, 8, 1, 7.
7,
6, 4, 3, 1, 2.
4, 6.
Did you do better?
Yes.
Did you do better? Yes. Now, because how many senses are being involved? 2. So, if this is auditory, what is this? Visual. So, we involve 2 senses. Now, just imagine how much a child can learn when we indulge more senses like the sense of smell, okay, the sense of taste, the sense of touch, right, tactile, gustatory, okay, olfactory is the smell. So when we involve many senses, there is learning happening at a much more bigger rate. Also, your focus will increase. Some of you may be like, oh, okay, keep it here. You will not even try much. Like let's just say if I put this big number, 2, 1, give it, finish. Okay. But when there are senses, then you feel like engaging more. Okay. So when that is the importance of engaging many senses during a learning procedure. Right? So we say no, so my mom, she says, tailoring machine, the system, machine, so that is one sense, but if she had gotten an opportunity where she could sit on the chair and then use the machine, that would have been learning at way more rate. Right? So not only for the foundational stage, learning at any place. If our foundational सेन्सोरियल एक्टिभिटिज गर्नुपर्छ भनेको भए So are you all from the foundation stage? Okay, are you all from age around 8, 9, 6, 7, 8? No, right? We were all well-grown adult. तर पनि हामीले यो एक्टिभिटी एकछिनमा मजा आयो नि है मजा पनि आयो अन्त कानले सुनेको भन्दा बेसी लर्निङ भयो नि है ओके सो दिस इज फर अल द सेसन्स whichever class you're teaching in if you're able to induce more senses it helps so एउटा हाम्रो one of the teacher action research गर्नुभएको so sorry I missed out his school उहाँले के गर्नुभएछ भने so there's one particular child in the class who's always you I'm sure तपाईहरुले क्लासमा you come across child like that number 2 लाई चाहिँ जहिले पनि यसो लेख्दै रहेछ नानीले you have come across that
Yes.
DIET is the biggest one no okay so what एकजनाले चाहिँ के गर्नुभएछ भन्दाखेरि सर एकजनाले चाहिँ अब यो प्रब्लमलाई सल्भ गर्नुहुन्छ भन्दाखेरि गद्दालाई अलिकति बाक्लो गद्दा बनाएर त्यसलाई चाहिँ टुको शेपमा काट्नुभएछ है त्यसरी टुको शेपमा काट्नुभएछ है त्यहाँदेखि त्यो नानीलाई हातमै दिनुभएछ टु है अन्त अफकोर्स यो अदर नम्बर्स अल्सो नानीले 1 to 9 सबै ठिक लाउने ठिक अर्डर ठिक व्हाट यु से फेस जस्ट द नम्बर 2 शी युज्ड टु किप अपोजिट जहिले पनि सो सरले के भन्नुभएछ कि 2 यो सेतो कागज चाहिँ सुल्टा हो बिकज अल अदर नम्बर्स वर व्हाइट पेपर देन यो पछाडि गद्दापट्टि ह्यान्ड चाहिँ उल्टा हो भन्नुभएछ नि किनभने इफ आई पुट इट लाइक दिस इफ आई पुट द सेम पेपर दिस वे दिस बिकम्स द गद्दा साइड राइट सो गद्दा साइड आएसम्म चाहिँ उल्टा हो भन्नुभएछ डु यु थिङ्क इट्स अ गुड आइडिया Yes, but the child made it more challenging to the teacher. Now, she puts number 2 गद्दा साइड त लाउनु भएन रहेछ नानीले तर नानीले चाहिँ 2 लाई yeah so I don't know how is it this side or that side let's just say like this okay I don't know I think it's the other way I think gosh so difficult for me whatever okay let's just take the mirror image I'm too bad at this नानी जतिको आई क्यानट बी क्रिएटिभ ओके सो नानीले चाहिँ 2 लाई चाहिँ ठक्कै यसरी फ्लिप गरिदिनु अब वाट टु डु नाउ अब सेतो छ अब अघिको ब्राउन र सेतो भन्यो सुल्टा र उल्टा भन्यो नाउ वाट टु डु भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ देन पुरा सोच्नु भएछ त्यो सरको एक्सन रिसर्च है यो वाट ही थट वाज लेट मी डु वन थिङ एन्ड ही पुट अन द बोर्ड ही आस्क्ड द चाइल्ड वाट इज फेभरेट तिमीलाई के चाहिँ पुरा मनपर्छ भने दुईजना नानीको चाहिँ यो प्रब्लम रहेछ एउटाले मङ्की भनेर एउटाले बटरफ्लाई भनेर ओके भन्नुभएछ अन्त व्हाइट बोर्डको यहाँ मुनि चाहिँ उहाँले लाइन लाउँदो रहेछ नि 1 2 3 4 गर्दै सो लेट्स जस्ट डु वन थिङ भन्नुभएछ सो ही बट अ स्टिकर अफ मङ्की एन्ड बटरफ्लाई स्टिकर ल्याएर बोर्डमा टालिदिनु भएछ अन्त यसको चाहिँ 2 को चाहिँ यहाँनिर आँखा बनाइदिनु भएछ अब आँखा त फेक हुनु पाएन नो सो उहाँले के भन्नुभएछ यो नम्बर 2 पनि तपाईँ जस्तै बटरफ्लाई पुरा मन पराउँदो रहेछ भनेर चाहिँ यहाँ राख्नु भयो अरे बटरफ्लाई हेरिरहेको छ भन्नुभएछ ओके सो द्याट वाज हिज इनोभेटिभ आइडिया अफ रिजल्भिङ हिज प्रब्लम सो दिस प्रब्लम यु मस्ट हेभ कम थ्रु भेरियस वेज यु मस्ट हेभ एक्सपिरियन्सेस तपाईँहरूको आफ्नै नै तरिकाले सल्भ पनि गर्नुभएको होला सो यो चाहिँ एकजना सरको चाहिँ हिल किल मी इफ यु कम टु नो वाट इज नेम एन्ड स्कुल आई सर्टली मेन्सन इट ओके So what was the idea so so which was I found it fascinating and he had brought the card in the class guide and I was fascinated when I was a child I didn't know when to stop if the last word is repeated just the banana B-A-N-A-N-A then I used to write banana then I used to stop Jawahar Lal भन्दाखेरि L गर्छ नि L when to stop that I had that problem as a child I don't know how I got through but you know that was my perspective त्यसैले नानीहरुले which is actually तपाईले भन्नु कसको हो यस्तो त हुन्छ के जस्तो लाग्दैन होला कतिले तर I as a child have gone through it that means हाम्रो चाइल्डको पनि तपाईले 10 वटा सल्युसन निकाले पनि उले 11 वटा प्रब्लम निकाल्ला जस्तै उहाँले भनेको चाहिँ सेतो गद्दा र ब्राउन गद्दा गर्यो सुल्टा गरेको त भएर त लास्टमा त यसरी उठाउनु पर्दैन ओके आँखा लाउँछ भयो ओके So that was his way. So similarly, you can have ample of ways. So that was involving senses. Do you agree? So he involved a story. First thing he involved is senses. अब digit textbook मारा पेन ले मात्रै लेखेर भएन. अब उले उहाँले के भन्नुभयो गद्दा काट्नु भयो, गद्दा काटेर निकाल्नु भएन. सेतो कागज टाक्नु भयो. त्यो कागजले नानीले अझै रफ स्मुथ हुन्छ नि नि गद्दा साइड इज लिटल रफ, the paper is little smooth. त्यसले पनि भएन. Then lastमा you have to build up a story. Like you, the number 2 also likes butterfly. This is like a story, no? Number 2 also likes the monkey. A story build गर्नु पर्यो. So he had to add so many ways to resolve that one conflict or problem, right? So that is the importance of having a multi-sensorial class. Okay, so now quickly we will discuss about class लाई यसो बनाउनु पर्ने रहेछ, उसो हुनु पर्ने रहेछ त भयो. तर त्यसलाई त्यसरी कसरी बनाउने? Anybody curious about it? है? क्लासलाई इनोभेटिभ बनाउनु पर्छ रे, क्लासलाई नानीलाई एक्सपिरियन्शियल बनाउनु पर्छ है, क्लासलाई सेन्सोरियल हुनु पर्दो रहेछ, lots of sensory activity engaged. I think ECC handbook and Vidya Pravesh is still one context where everything is told in detail. How can you go about it? But what about the rest of you, right? So how are you going to do? Any suggestions you have? हामीले अब अहिले जे डिस्कस गर्ने पोइन्टहरु त्यसलाई कसरी हामीले इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्ने? How are you going to bring it to practice? Yes.
Child should be the center of learning.
Very good. Thank you so much, sir. Child should be the center of learning. So, I'm from a sports background. And I play badminton professionally. So, एकपल्ट चाहिँ म खेल्नु मात्रै हैन अफिसिएटिङ पनि गर्ने मलाई इच्छा छ भनेर म अफिसिएटिङ सिक्न जाँदाखेरि एकैचोटि I was under इन्डियाको one of the top referee, badminton referee. So first day, first session उहाँसँग हामी यसरी बसिरहेको थियौँ. उहाँ क्लासमा आउनु भएको बित्तिकै एउटा कुरा भन्नुभयो, the game is for the players, not for the officials. Sometimes we see in football match and all, अब just because somebody is challenging you, red card there, furious bhaera. The game is not for the referee or the umpire. The game is for the players, right? So this is why the school, the entire system of school is for the child. Sorry, so the center of the class should be, the focus should be on the child. Okay, any other way? Any other way we can think of? Okay, so we don't have much time because we have one activity after this. I'll be discussing with you. Okay, so first I have brought here is PBL or project-based learning. Do you agree? Project-based learning. I will give this paper to you. Photocopy or photo kitchen share. Okay. PBL or project-based learning. This can happen at all stages. Do you agree? Anybody here teaching in class 12s? Right? So sir, तपाईले कुनै एउटा आइडिया भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ? रिसेन्टली तपाईले के प्रोजेक्ट दिनु भएको छ नानीहरुलाई?
As per our syllabus.
Yes sir. Any one project?
Indus Valley civilization. But a site innovation.
त्यो चाहिँ उहाँले लेखेर ल्याउनु पर्ने.
उहाँहरूले चाहिँ म्यापिङ गर्छ, लोकेट गर्छ, त्यसको हिस्टोरिकल ब्याकग्राउन्ड.
Okay. Wow, that's very interesting. So this was one project-based learning. जहाँनिर सरले भन्नुहुन्छ Indus Valley civilization को बारेमा the child has to map it out. कहाँनिर थियो, कहाँ थियो, location, whatever was it, wherever was the river, wherever the civilization took place. And beyond that, they have to find information about the historical background. त्यसै पार्ने अरु धेरै information थियो होला है. So this is one example at a higher level. Can we take any example from class 9 level? Class 9, any projects that you have assigned? Or that's in the pipeline assigned got to
Last year I had given one. Class 9 ko naniharulai I made a group and then I told them to go to the village. I was teaching that topic Palampur. Then I told them like you go to the village ma gaera you just find one person usko ke education chai kasari rokyo, why he could not go to higher class school, what was his problem, yesto parale ke you should find out neighbor afno neighbor ma को चाहिँ पढ्दा पढ्दै स्कुलहरु छोडेको. That type I made small groups. Then I told them to go and survey and come. So they had done that last year.
That's a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Survey, right? Survey, I personally also really encourage survey method, because the first thing the child is going to learn is how to speak to people. Let's say I am coming to madam. Madam, if I say, can you tell me or give me a phone number, date of birth or anything, any details, ma'am will hesitate, right? Maन्छेले आफ्नो information share गर्न hesitate गर्छ नि, especially when you're not known. Let's say, today I'm meeting you here. What if I had met you in the road down there? मैले तपाईँलाई बाटोमा भेटेर मैले तपाईँलाई भने तपाईँले हेर्न कहाँ गराउनु होला, I want to do it. Oh, where did you get this kurta? It's such a pretty one. So we don't want to interact, right? You feel like, what? Is she trying to make fun of me? What's happening here? खालको है एउटा झिझक हुन्छ नि. तर नानीले चाहिँ जब त्यसरी गाउँमा गएर मान्छेसँग इन्टरेक्ट गर्दैछ, that especially if the child is not known to that place, and if you're interacting, you need to really have a good speaking capacity to ask something so personal, that is, how did you, or why were you not able to complete your education? That is something very personal, right? किनभने mostly चाहिँ यसमा चाहिँ नि एउटा personal touch हुन्छ. मान्छेहरू sad हुन्छ. मलाई इच्छा त थियो नि, तर म छोरी भएर मलाई पढाएन. मेरो दाजुभाइ सबलाई पढाए. मलाई पढ्ने इच्छा त थियो नि, तर मेरो बिहा भइदियो. पढ्ने इच्छा त थियो नि, मेरो आमा बाबा बित्नु भयो. कस्तो sad story हुन्छ. Most of them go. There are very few. या त कसैले भन्दा म इच्छा त थियो, तर म अलिकति सङ्गतलाई राम्रोपट्टि लागेर त्यतिकै म ड्रप आउट भयो. यो पनि there's a sad thing. There's barely anybody who will say just मलाई मनै थिएन. I just don't want to go to school and I didn't. That's why I didn't. Okay. So something यति साह्रो पर्सनली मान्छेले इन्टरेक्ट गर्नु, उहाँबाट इन्फर्मेसन ल्याउनु है, नानीहरूलाई धेरै च्यालेन्ज भयो. So this is such a good project idea, right? Now can I have any project from class 5 level, 4-5 level?
Class 4, first time मैले एउटा धारा विकास लिएर टपिक चाहिँ त्यसमा पढाउँदा चाहिँ नानीहरूलाई आफ्नो एरियाको जुन उहाँहरूले ड्रिङ्किङ वाटर हुन्छ त्यसको सोर्स के हो कलेक्ट गरेर ल्याउनु भने सोर्सको नामहरू कलेक्ट छ.
Wow, I'm learning a lot. Thank you so much, sir. So उहाँले क्लास 4 को नानीलाई आफ्नो एक लोक्यालिटीमा हुने, किनभने अब हाम्रो यहाँ पहाडमा त है, we have a lot of source of water, no? So sir is able he had asked the children to identify the actual source where the water is coming from. So sometimes the source may be just nearby, and sometimes the source could be somewhere far. But I think the child would take the help of adults if possible, right? कति नानीले सोधेरै हुन्छ बाबा त्यो सोर्स चाहिँ कहाँ छ भनेर, instead of going and looking for it. Okay, so those were the various ways. So project-based learning is one very good idea of inculcating. जस्तै सरले भन्नुभएको छ इन्डस्ट्रियल सिभिलाइजेसन गरेर भनिबस्नु परेन नि त. उहाँले जब आफ्नै लेभलमा क्लास 12 को नानीले they are capable of searching on the internet, they are capable of reading and understanding, comprehending from a book. So if they are able to do that, if we give उहाँकै लेभलको काम दिनु हुँदैछ भने चाहिँ they are learning themselves. And when you learn yourself, especially अब यो चाहिँ हुनु पर्यो that we are giving different topics, same topic भए सबैले सेम सारेर लिएर आउला. So तपाईँको जुन चाहिँ मोटिभ छ त्यो फुलफिल नहोला. So to reach your motive, maybe you will give different topics. I'm sure you already have your way out. So that is one way. This can also be used as, many of us, we use it as assessment. Do you agree? Right? Project भनेको बित्तिकै त्यो एउटा मार्क्स बेस्ड हुन्छ. एउटा त मोटिभेसन पनि हो नानीलाई, मार्क्समा पनि मोटिभेट हुन्छ. अर्को चाहिँ के हुन्छ भनेदेखि इफ देयर इज मार्क्स, एसएससी किन गर्छ भने जस्तो सरले भन्नुभएको छ इन्डस भ्याली सिभिलाइजेसनको बारेमा भन्नुभयो. कोही नानीले एकदमै कम्ती डिटेल लिएर आएको छ भने भनेपछि त्यो नानीले कतिवटा कुरा मिस आउट भयो. सपोज म्याथमा ट्रेस गरेको छ, उसको हिस्टोरिकल ब्याकग्राउन्डै छैन है भने पनि मेबी द्याट चाइल्डले चाहिँ हि मिस्ड आउट अ बिग पिस अफ इन्फर्मेसन, नो? सो त्यसरी चाहिँ ओके, सो उसले चाहिँ अलिकति अझै हि निड्स टु वर्क अन मोर भनेर एउटा आफैलाई नलेज हुन्छ है. ओके, द सेकेन्ड इज इन्करेजिङ इन्टरडिसिप्लिनरी प्रोजेक्ट्स द्याट इन्टिग्रेट कन्सेप्ट फ्रम डिफ्रेन्ट सब्जेक्ट्स. यसको हामीले डिस्कस गरिहालेँ. डिफ्रेन्ट सब्जेक्ट्सलाई यु क्यान ब्रिङ इन टुगेदर एन्ड देन यो चाहिँ अब अघिदेखि चाहिँ हामीले वी वर टकिङ फ्रम अ कन्टेक्स्ट अफ अ चाइल्ड. राइट नाउ वी आर टकिङ फ्रम अ कन्सेप्ट एज अ टिचर वाट वी क्यान डु है. ओके, द सेकेन्ड भनेको जस्तै इन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निङ. ओके, इन्क्वायरी बेस्ड लर्निङ. सो Inquiry based learning can be proposing an open-ended question. Sometimes we need to know the detail of a child. So instead of saying, आजलाई खाना खानुभयो जस्तै सरको क्लासमा जुन चाहिँ नानीले खाना खानु हुँदै थियो. So instead of asking, did you not have food at home in the morning? So maybe what are the other ways of अब जस्तै हामीलाई as a teacher सुर्ता भयो नि, that means नानीले घरमा खाना नखाइरहेछ. What if you want to know more about the child, what would you do? Especially if you are a class teacher, right? What would you do? तपाईं एकदमै कन्सर्न भयो त्यो नानी. So तपाईले कस्तो खालको क्वेशन गर्नुहुन्छ नानीलाई?
आज ढिलो उठ्यो.
Okay. Yes. Yes, खाना पनि बनाउँछ है. आज ढिलो उठ्यो अनि अरु
आज तिम्रो आमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो कि हुनुहुन्न थियो घरमा?
ओके, आमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो कि हुनुहुन्थेन? ओके, मम्मा कहाँ जानु भएको थियो है? So questions like that. So more than getting answer yes or no, if the child has to say something longer, like I said, आज आमा कहाँ जानु भएको थियो भन्नु नि. Yes, you know, सीमित भएन नि. बजार जानु भएको थियो भने there is a follow up question, no? जस्तै ढिलो उठ्नु भएको थियो अनि किन ढिलो उठ्नु भएको थियो? Maybe there was a fight. Not many parents fight भएको थियो कि त. The child was not able to sleep, right? So there are so many ways of having the open-ended question so that you can encourage. This is one way where you can get to know rapport building just about. But other than that, a concept ma pani rotation, revolution, haruko कुरा गर्दाखेरि यो maths को concept गर्दाखेरि maths को concept गर्दाखेरि so we can talk about open-ended question. Instead of asking, जस्तै अहिले जोरो ज्ञानको अहिले एकदमै ट्रेन्ड जस्तो भएको छ. Instead of asking what is 2 plus 2, instead of asking what is 2 plus 2 and then making the child say 4, the question is put, you 4, या 4टा लाई नम्बर पाउनु लागि कस्तो के तरिकाले 4 पाउँदो रहेछ भन्दै रहेछ नि सर. अहिले त्यसो भन्दैछ. सो नानी क्यान से सर 3 र 1 जोड्दा 4 हुन्छ पनि भन्नु पायो. त्यो भन्दा बेसिकली तपाईले एडिसनको कन्सेप्ट चेक गर्नुपर्छ. ओके, त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति अझै सिनियर क्लास हो भने के घर नम्बर 2-3 जना घटाउँदा पनि 4 आउँछ भनेर पनि भन्नु सक्ला. 8 मा 4 घटाए 4 आउँछ भन्छ कि त है. So त्यसरी चाहिँ we need to put an open-ended questions to the children so that they can give ample way of, so that तपाईले चाहिँ एउटै तपाईको चाहिँ एक तीर दो निशाना जस्तै. I'm asking one question about how to get 4. If I get a numerous answer, that means I know, oh, this child ko addition concept is clear, this child ko subtraction is clear, this child ko division is clear. Okay, so then the other is
मैम बोल्थी हूँ.
yes sir.
नानी को खाना बनाउने थिएन कि ढिलो उठ्यो कि या त यो खालको क्वेरी चाहिँ भयो, तर उसको बिहान खाना खाने टाइम नबाँचेर उसले खाना बोकेर आएको हुन्छ भन्थ्यो, या त उसको हेल्थ स्टाइल खाना खाने मुड थिएन कि उसले थिएन कि यता उसको हेल्थपट्टि पनि अलिकति टिचरहरू गइदिनु पर्ने जस्तो लाग्यो.
Yes, I agree. किनभने नानी जबसम्म विलफुली हार्ट सोल है, हामी फिजिकली र फिजिकल हेल्थ मेन्टल हेल्थ भन्छ नि, दुईटै जबसम्म नानीको सन्चो छैन तबसम्म नानी क्लासमा बसेर उसले अब्जर्भै गर्नु सकेन नानी सरले भन्नुभएको छ. नेक्स्ट ऊ चाहिँ नानी वाज हङ्ग्री, द्याट इज अ फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट. कतिवटा मन पनि दुखिरहेको थियो कि बा, उसलाई लाज पनि लागिरहेको थियो कि बा, कि सरले मलाई डर पनि लागिरहेको थियो कि बा, सरले मलाई देख्नुभयो भने मैले गाली खान्छु होला, मैले लाइ खान्छु होला सोचेर डर पनि थियो कि बा. So many emotions and physical hunger going together, no? So सरले भन्नुभएको छ, as a teacher, we should be coming up with 10 questions in our mind. सरले भन्नुभएको छ, then think about what is the best. कसैलाई हार्म पनि नहुने र नानीको भोक चाहिँ खाना खाएर अलिकति सन्चो हुनु है. Okay, so that is one way. Then quickly we'll look into the other. Collaborative learning भयो अरे है. Collaborative learning चाहिँ peer भित्र हुनु पर्यो, सब्जेक्ट भित्र हुनु पर्यो है. Use of technology. Technology चाहिँ हामीले जति सक्दो युज गर्नुपर्छ भन्छ, स्पेशली आफ्टर एनपी त अब कोडिङ डिकोडिङ त नानीहरूको सिलेबसमै एड भएको छ नि. कोड डिकोड बेसिकली एक्चुअली हामीले यसो सुन्दाखेरि कोड डिकोड हामीले त पढेन, हाम्रो जमानामा त कोड डिकोड थिएन सिलेबसमा. कोड डिकोड सिम्पली मिन्स अघि हामीले भनेको छ नि. सो इफ अ चाइल्ड इज looking here and there and looking outside and asking them lunch bell लाग्छ, नानीले त्यो भनेको र तपाईले बुझेको द्याट नानी इज हङ्ग्री इज डिकोड. नानीले किन डाइरेक्ट त भनेको छैन नि, आई एम हङ्ग्री, इज नट स्टेटिङ इट डाइरेक्टली, बट उसले अर्को इन्फर्मेसन दिँदैछ, बट यु अन्डरस्टुड वाट यु आर सपोज टु से, वाट यु आई मिन वाट द चाइल्ड इज सपोज टु से, ट्राइङ टु से. So that is code decode in simple. So that exists in all the subjects again. So technology use is very, very important. So one thing I see DLED student or DLED trainees doing is, हाम्रो चाहिँ अब नानीहरू यहाँ इन्टर्नसिप आउनु भएको थियो नानीहरू. So उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्दैछ भने, and I have been trying to tell them this million times, ICT, use of ICT भनेर चाहिँ whenever they get marks होइन, हामीले एउटा सिट लिएर निश्चित गरेर हामीले मार्क्स भर्दै जाँदा चाहिँ one of the slot talks about ICT, use of ICT or integrated ICT. ICT integration, I tell my child, उहाँले चाहिँ के गर्छ भने एउटा भिडियो देखाउँछ, सबैले देख्यो भन्छ फिनिस, यो राख्यो अन्त कुरा गर्यो. That is not ICT integration, that is waste of time. 20-25 minutes, 30 minutes को क्लासमा तपाईँले 5 मिनट भिडियो देखाउनु भयो भने that's a waste of time. So ICT integration, more than just simply showing video which is not even relevant, what can be done is something which is very, very relevant. Because nowadays children, नानीलाई फोनबाट टाढा कसरी राख्नु is a challenge, no? So त्यही फोनलाई चाहिँ तपाईँले माध्यम बनाउनु भयो. ओके, माध्यम बनाउनु भयो कस्तो पार्ने भन्दाखेरि तपाईँको कन्सेप्ट, तपाईँको टपिक जे पढाउनेवाला छ त्यसकै रिलेटेड. बिकज there is one of the principle of learning is law of readiness. जति तपाईँ आज तपाईँको ट्रेनिङ हुँदैछ भने जति तपाईँ रेडी हुनुहुन्छ त्यति राम्रो तपाईँले मलाई सुन्नु सक्नुहुन्छ. तपाईँ अब बिकज यो एन्ड्रोबजी भन्छ नि, यु आर नट चिल्ड्रेन एनिमोर. तपाईँहरू बसेर कसैले पढाउनुहुन्छ, निन्द्रा नलागि अल्छी नलागि बसेर सुन्नु सक्नु पनि एउटा क्षमता हो नि, जुन चाहिँ वी आर आउट अफ प्र्याक्टिस राइट नाउ. तर बिकज इट इज सेड महिनामा एक हुन्छ ट्रेनिङ, यो र यो ट्रेनिङ आज छ भन्दाखेरि तपाईँहरू रेडी भएर आउनुहुन्छ नि, पेन पेपर बोकेर. सम अफ यु मेबी इभन एक्साइटेड, के पो हुन्छ ल के भनेको त मैले यस्तो सोचेको हो कि होइन, कतिवटा क्वेरिज लिएर आउनुहुन्छ नि. सो द मोर रेडी यु आर द बेटर यु लर्न. सेम फर द चिल्ड्रेन. सो लेट्स से ICT, if I am trying to integrate, I might show a video, let's say stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. सबैलाई थाहा भएकै पोम हो, एकदमै फेमस है. सो यो पोम मलाई पढाउनु छ भने maybe I'll show a video where there are horses, okay, where there is a horse and a rider going alone and enjoying, and then a small story, something like that. Okay, maybe a song, anything. So use or integration of ICT is necessary. Even specifically, I would suggest class 8 and above, 9 and above, especially the computers, computer lab, computer system, whatever is there, you have to make it an open access. Library र कम्प्युटर रुम चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ हाम्रोमा पनि त्यस्तै छ अहिलेसम्म पनि. वाट वी डु, यो दुईटा चाहिँ एकदमै अन्डर निगरानी हो. गो टु द लाइब्रेरी ओन्ली व्हेन इट्स लाइब्रेरी पिरियड, गो टु द कम्प्युटर रुम ओन्ली व्हेन इट्स कम्प्युटर पिरियड. सो वी शुड स्टप डुइङ द्याट. इट्स लाइक ग्राउन्ड. डु यु से द्याट टु द ग्राउन्ड? Go to the ground only when it's a sports period. We don't say that. They go during lunch break, they go during short break, they have fun, they enjoy, and they come back panting, they're drinking water, khana ruchiraeko cha. So same is the library and ICT. Any kind of ICT facility you have, अब ICT को चाहिँ के छ भने बिग्रिने चान्सेस हुन्छ भन्छ नि, बुक हराउने चान्सेस हुन्छ. ICT चाहिँ समटाइम किन नानीले ऱ्यान्डमली के गरे पनि लक गर्न. सो वाट वी हेभ अ सल्युसन, मान्छे बोलाएर ठिक पाराउन, तर वी हेभ टु लेट देम एक्सप्लोर है. Okay, integration of ICT or any kind of technology in any way, right? Next is experiential learning. Experiential learning, like jati sabda hands-on experience. Once again, coming to the example of globe. Let's not simply say there is earth which is round or oval or whatever. Let's bring in globe. Let them see. Because our globe, earth is something we cannot take them out. By the Lord, I like this. So let's say we're talking about the rocket launched by India, right? Yeah. Chandrayaan को कुरा गर्दैछ, Chandrayaan को projection को कुरा गर्दैछ भने पनि त्यो रकेटलाई लिएर आउनु मिलेन. So let's build a model. So यहाँ नक्साहरू राख्नु भयो. This is what Chandrayaan looks like. Okay, Chandrayaan को यो यहाँ rocket यस्तो देख्दै रहेछ. Let's try to build that rocket. So maybe one team will try to build the rocket. अरूहरूलाई चाहिँ तपाईँले पाथ बुझाइदिनुहोस्. त्यो चन्द्रयान चाहिँ कसरी चाहिँ टुक्रा टुक्रा भएर कुन पाथमा जान्छ. नो, बिकज दे हाउ मेनी राउन्ड्स विल बी. देन लास्टमा maybe we have 2% who will demonstrate and speak about it. We have a lot of science fair and all. No, that is what we see. त्यो साइन्स फेयर नपर्खिकन चाहिँ we have to do all these things in the classroom. Okay, त्यति बेला चाहिँ नानीहरूले, those children if you see will not forget the concept ever in their life. Right? Okay. Critical thinking exercise. Critical thinking means प्रब्लमलाई सल्भ गर्ने तरिका मात्रै हो अघि हामीले धेरै एक्जाम्पल गरिहालेँ एउटा प्रब्लमलाई एक्सप्रेस गर्ने कति तरिका रहेछ र एउटा प्रब्लमलाई सल्भ गर्ने कतिवटा तरिका छ नम्बर अघि लिइहालेँ बिग नम्बर 225 and 270 ओके सो त्यसलाई धेरै पाराले गर्नुभयो त्यो क्रिटिकल थिङ्किङलाई इनोभेट गर्नु या पुस गर्नु मात्रै हो ओके फ्लेक्सिबल लर्निङ स्पेस इट सुड नट बी थ्रेट इट सुड नट बी अन्डर द कमान्ड अफ अ stick and a rod ट्याक पर्दा चाहिँ आर्मी शासनहरू स्पिड साइलेन्स हलिँदै गरेको पानी खाँदै गरेको ती फ्रिज हुने भन्छ है सो इट सुड बी ह्युमेन HUMAN ह्युमेन भन्दो रहेछ नि टिचर आई माइसेल्फ पर्सनली आई एम भेरी स्ट्रिक्ट वेन इट कम्स टु बिङ अ टिचर इन द क्लासरुम मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने बिकज म जहाँको जुन कलेजमा पढेको त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ एकदमै स्ट्रिक्ट थियो एकदमै स्ट्रिक्ट थियो सो त्यो शासनमा बसेर माई एन्टायर ग्रेजुएसन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएसन माई PhD मैले त्यही कलेजमा गरेकोले गर्दा चाहिँ मलाई त्यो के मेरो ब्रेन वास जस्तो भएको क्या किम जुनको अन्डर गएको जस्तो भएछु कि म when I came back ड्याडको नानी त मलाई आतङ्कवादी लाग्ने बदमास I used to find them very because once what happened I was in the class I started my class 15 minutes I have example here 15 minutes भइसक्यो क्लास सुरु भएर 4 जना बोइज आउँछ यो गाइज हुनु अमर they came in and I said and I just joined that I said where were you ma'am washroom gएको थिएँ then also they said may I come in ma'am yes नभनी हिँडेर उयो पुगिसक्यो I said did I say yes I didn't okay oh ma'am washroom gएको थिएँ I got so annoyed I said do one thing move out of the class जो बाहिर होइन पठायो बाहिर then I continued and I somehow controlled my temper I continued then त्यो एउटा सानो I was almost done with that one particular topic यसो बाहिर हेर्नु त अब बोलौँ भनेर बाहिर छैन त हिरो all 4 boys gone somewhere oh my god and I was like यिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ I teach them a lesson अब यङ टिचर भनेर हेप्नु खोजेको कि न्यू टिचर भनेर हेप्नु खोजेको कि सब्जेक्ट फिजिकल एजुकेसन भनेर हेप्नु खोजेको कि मलाई त पुरै मन दुख्यो then I told their friends once they come back to the class अब कहाँ गयो मेरो क्लास सकिसक्यो छैन बाहिर then what I did I told my the other thing fellow when they come back tell them to write an application that during the class of this teacher I on my own will went somewhere okay अब त्यहाँबाट माथि गयो कि बा रोड छ त्यहाँनिर होइन ट्राफिक छ देखेन जस्ट बी गोइङ एनीवेयर कहीँ केही फस्छ कि रोड बाटोमा केही हुन्छ कि कस्तो डरसरी हुन्छ नानी आँखाको I said you write that thing on the application thank you then I went to the principal and I think Nikita will leak it out then I went to the principal and the in charge principal हुनुहुन्थ्यो then I said ma'am because even I wrote one होइन I wrote one मलाई चाहिँ फेरि पेन एन्ड पेपरमा गर्ने बानी मैले लेखेर सिनेरियो डल्लै बुझाएर लेखेर गएँ so I'm not responsible for whatever or wherever the child are these children are भनेर गएको छ त्यसो गरेछ कस्तो बदमास हुन्छ आजकलको भन्नु होइन ठिकै छ हुन्छ म आई किप दिस अन्त नानीहरूले पनि मैले आई सेड ल्याउँदैछ एप्लिकेसन म ठिकै छ अरे कि तर जस्ट भने मैले भनेको नेक्स्ट टाइम चाहिँ मेक देम स्ट्यान्ड इन द क्लास मेक देम स्ट्यान्ड इन द क्लास डोन्ट जस्ट सेन्ड देम आउटसाइड देन आई वाज लाइक वाट अब थाहा पाएँ बिगार्ने चाहिँ प्रिन्सिपलै रहेछ नानीलाई बिगार्ने चाहिँ प्रिन्सिपलै रहेछ आई फेल्ट द्याट होइन then when I came back and I sat in the classroom it took me time yes it took me almost 2 weeks to understand that yes I accepted my mistake ठुलो केटाहरू हो नि त पत्मा गर्न सक्छ नि एन्ड अब मैले चिनिरहेको नानी भएको यहीँतिर गयो लाइब्रेरीतिर गयो भने boys we never know those were very good children later that I know but at that moment म उनीहरूलाई चिन्थेन what if they went to do drugs what if they went to and got into a big fight I would have been responsible for whatever I say no matter मैले जे भन्नुहोस् I would have been responsible so it took me time to understand that then right now I'm trying to practice being humane which is very important as a teacher I try to control keep my nerves down and continue with the class एकजनाले रिस उठायो बिचारा अरूको के दोष so what I do is I will not look that side at all. I stand this way, I continue my class this way, I go here, I go there, but my direction is going to be this. So max to max, this child, अब भनौँ न 50 को स्ट्रेन्थ भएर 40 लाई नुकसान परेको भन्दा 10 लाई परोस् न एकछिनको लागि So that is how I try to control, okay? That's my very personal experience. So teacher being human is very, very important. And recently I went to one of the schools, I will not name the school, SIP Belama. I was, since I'm from physical education background, I have my eye on that thing, no? So I had gone to one school, so एकजना assembly हुँदै थियो, एकजना smart sports teacher उभिरहनु भएको छ, very well built, tall, and what do you say, very well built physique, मजाले जिमहरु गरेको खालको बडीमा यसरी उभिरहनु भएको छ नि. I was like, oh, that's good. Because many a times what happens is, in a school, physical education teacher usually are stagnant, are lagged, are not interested. खालको हेरेर बिचारा हामी बदनाम छ हो. I would say हामीले है बदनाम छ. So looking at him, I was very happy. Okay, हैन. एकछिन assembly सक्दा त whenever he was standing, त्यो line डल्लैलाई जगर्दै डुम गर्दै the whole queue, he grabbed him from the air, he hit and let the child go. So probably later I understood Jila only jatika line was. So if you come late, you're going to have this, and you're going to have the punch or slap on your back. And I was like, oh no. I know physical education teachers are burdened with the responsibility of disciplining the child, which is actually not true. Sports itself brings discipline, that's there. Sports discipline, discipline. दुनियाको संसारको मिनिस्टरलाई नटेर्ने नानीलाई कोचलाई टेर्छ कि टेर्दैन, रेफरीले विसल ब्लो गर्यो टेर्छ कि टेर्दैन, टेर्नै पर्यो नि त. So that is what the beauty of sports. Yes, I agree, but that doesn't mean all sports teachers are meant to be disciplined trainers. Anyway, bichara, that's how I did that. I was so disheartened. अघिदेखि इमेज बनिँदै गरेको हो खेल्ने. I was thinking which class पढाउँदा, and all I was thinking, everything came down. Then later, that same time, I saw the head of the institute walking in the thing, middle class is okay, I'm going to buy a so he was carrying pipe of this length, and anybody who was loitering around during the short break, you know, who's doing this? I was like, oh, I never practice because I have not seen. Especially when we talk about our, let's say, we are all from working community, right? Working community, we have a private school, national school, so-called national school, private school, mongo school, we challenge the teacher. Where were you when my child fell? Many of us, we do that. And sometimes we see our other parents, they do that. Kind of how sensitive we become. When it comes to our own child, what about the ones who are in the school? They are also our children, right? So being a humane teacher, being considerate, being thoughtful, now it is like, now almost this is the third year that I've been working here in the DIET. Now I'm little bit jamming up with children. Otherwise, no children have my phone number, and I don't have any children's phone number. When I got called, I have to say, yeah, is it Nikita? Is it this? I have to say, it took me time to build that rapport. But especially, at least I think in a DIET level, adult they have their own challenges to face. But I think in a school specifically, we need to focus a lot on what best we can be. So, which school as the symposium guardian teacher guardian concept.
Teacher guardian concept. Lumsey.
So Lumsey school was a concept is teacher parent or teacher guardian. So each teacher will have 5-6 children under you.
We also have.
We also have. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I think that is one way of keeping track of child, right? Because I remember even my parents are retired PRTs. So what school my exam continue absent. A very bright child continue absent. So with the principal, Busuk पर्छ त्यो जग्गा चाहिँ तर हाम्रो माथिबाट जागरबाट हिँडेर पनि we can go. So जङ्गलभित्रबाट they walked about 35 minutes. त्यहाँदेखि तल गाउँ पुगेर त्यो नानीको घरमै गएर भिजिट गर्न जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ the teachers they got to know that त्यो नानीको चाहिँ भाइ जन्मेको रहेछ. And the parents both had to go to earn. है रोटी कमाउन जानु पर्यो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ नानी हेर्नु लागि चाहिँ उसलाई गर्न लागेको रहेछ. So that was how the child was missing out. He was almost at the edge of brim of dropping out from school. Intervention so that is how and where the importance of teacher came in, because from that time on the school was के गर्ने भयो हैन त्यो दाजुले चाहिँ भाइलाई लिएरै स्कुल आउनु पाउने. So he brings the child and keeps in the class with him, and sometimes if teacher is free, he just takes the teachers only take the child around throughout. The nanny is never with the brother only. किनभने नानीको पनि त बचपना खतम हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो पाराले सो दोज आर द भेरियस वेज आइम स्योर यु अलरेडी बिन इम्प्लिमेन्टिङ स्पेसली आई नो द्याट यु विल बी भेरी एट्याच स्पेसली तपाईँहरू जब गार्जियनको रोल गर्नुहुँदैछ नानीहरूको पर्सनल लाइफ कतिवटा थाहा हुन्छ यु विल बी आइम स्योर यु हेभ डेभलप अ लट अफ इमोसनल एट्याचमेन्ट अल्सो है ओके सो द्याट इभेन्चुली क्रिएट्स अ फ्लेक्सिबल लर्निङ स्पेस है नानीले भन्नु सक्छ नि अघिको जस्तै इन्करेजिङ इनोभेसन एन्ड रिस्क टेकिङ एन्ड लास्ट इज टिचर एज फेसिलिटेटर टिचर एज फेसिलिटेटर मिन्स सम कन्सेप्ट विच यु थिङ्क इज रिपिटेड है जुन चाहिँ जस्तो भनौँ न क्लास 8मा पनि यो पर्टिकुलर कन्सेप्ट गराएको छ 9मा चाहिँ यो कन्सेप्टले अझै अलिकति मात्रै के भन्छ स्ट्यान्डर्ड बढेको छ भने चाहिँ देन जस्तै सिम्पल लिभिङ थिङ्स नन लिभिङ थिङ्सको कन्सेप्ट 3मा पनि छ 4मा पनि छ भने त्यस्तो पाराले छ भने टिचर क्यान सिम्पली वर्क एज अ फेसिलिटेटर लेट मी सी वाट यु नो अबाउट इट खालको है ओके सो नाउ वी विल एनी क्वेसन्स टिल हियर आई हेभ बीन ब्ल्याबरिङ आई नो
म्याम टिचर एज ए फेसिलिटेटर भन्नुभयो नि
हजुर
अब उनीहरू एउटा फ्रेन्डली टिचर एज अ गाइड फ्रेन्ड एउटा सपोर्ट फेसिलिटेटर आज भोलि चाहिँ अब कतिजना नानीहरू चाहिँ एकदम अमेज छ कोही नानीहरूले चाहिँ के चाहिँदो रहेछ नि सर पनि बोले अब जिस्किनु पायो अब सरसँग चाहिँ के हो अब यताउता अलिक पायो उनीहरूले सरले चाहिँ अब विकनेस सुरु गरे भनेको जस्तो गरेर एडभान्टेज पनि लिँदो रहेछ कतिचोटि अब म कतिचोटि पढाउँदा चाहिँ आई युज टु डान्स क्लास 7, 8तिर म पढाउँथेँ आई युज टु डान्स भएन आई टट देम पोइम त्यतिखेर एक दिन मैले एउटा इक्वेन्ट्रिङ भन्ने पोइम थियो On John with white hair, just laugh awake here, sitting under the oak among the old folk यस्तो थियो र त्यो जो अगाडि हाम्रो टिचरहरूले ट्रेनिङमा त्यही कविता अलिकति उनीहरूले गरेको थियो मैले त्यसो गरेँ भने पछाडि त केटाहरू डेस्कतिर पल्लो डेस्कतिर पल्लो डेस्कतिर I got very difficult to control. I don't know, I was wrong or right. तर नानीहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति के अलिकति डेमोक्रेसी अलिकति फ्रिडम दियो भन्दा चाहिँ नानीहरूको चाहिँ त्यो प्रकारले एटिट्युड पनि आइहाल्दो एभ्रीबडी वर रेडी इभन गर्ल्स वर अल्सो रेडी त्यो भन्दा पनि राम्रोसँगले कम्प्लिट हुनु सक्छ अनि अर्को चाहिँ फेरि छ अब नानीहरू चाहिँ सेन्टर अफ लर्निङ भन्छ प्रिन्सिपल अनि फेरि कति ठाउँ चाहिँ भनेको पनि छ कि चाइल्ड इज बर्न फ्री बट इज एभ्रिवेयर इन चेन्ज जस्तै क्लासमा नानी उता होइन यता लेख्नुपर्छ नानीलाई पुरा कन्ट्रोलै गर्नु पऱ्यो नानी यो हेर्नुपर्छ नानी अब बाहिर जानु आऊ यहाँ बस्छ घरदेखि नै नानीको खुट्टामै चेन लगाएको छ त्यसो गर्दा उसले एउटा जस्तै एउटा फ्री उसको इनेट इन्भल्भ एउटा फ्री टेन्डेन्सीहरू चाहिँ उसले सो गर्नु खाँदैन अब बस अब यो गर अब त्यो गरेर घरमै लाउनु पऱ्यो किनकि टाइम बाउन्ड छ रुटिनमा नानीलाई फ्रेमवर्कभित्र हाल्नुको लागि हामी गर्छौँ कोही कोही नानी चाहिँ फेरि त्यो बाइबर्थ अर्कै खालको टेन्डेन्सीको नानीहरू हुन्छ इमोसनहरू रुने कराउने यतात्यता अर्कै प्रकारहरू र धेरै नानीहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटै ग्रुपमा नि अब भनौँ न हाम्रो साह्रो पनि पर्दछ फाल्टो फाल्टो प्रकारको यो मेन्टल क्यापासिटी एक्टिभिटी भएको यस्तो
So I think this is the exact reason why in so many countries the highest paid employees are teachers. Right, there country and Sikkim itself also one of the most privileged, highest paid teachers नै मानिन्छ. So एउटा human भनेको बित्तिकै नै we always talk about individual difference. Sorry about like the concept say I would utilize with this word individual difference. यति बेसी डिफरेन्स एउटै बाबामाको अन्डरमा दुईजना नानी छ भने उहाँ दुईजनाको क्यारेक्टर कति डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ. Then imagine about the differences that you can have in the classroom. So yes, managing that ample of differences at one go is very, very challenging. But we'll have to keep in mind about the masses. Jati sakdo majority ko benefit hune, right? Sometimes some children are left out somehow. Well, let's say we'll try to bring them together. Right? Jati sakdo we make them work together. Or some nani samsamai I pugos bhanne ichha ta huncha ni as a teacher. What that being said, so I think another situation that you said about children laughing their hearts out, I think that was a very good one. I think we actually helped them build memory for their lifetime. I think they'll never forget that day when a teacher died. And they laughed and they enjoyed. Aajko dinma, so I think I would say hats off, and I think that is not for wrong, ta ekdamai dur ko baat, right ko pani ekdamai right. Why? This is what we are saying, no? Giving them that environment to laugh. I always blame my school for not having an open laughter. I become silent. Only my mouth open. I don't have sound. Why? I was in hostel whole life. Then I was in school. School ma jole hasim gali khन्छ hostel ma hasim हल्ला भयो भन्छ अनि त्यसरी हाँसेन अब हाँसौँ भन्दा त्यो कपिल शर्माको जोकै हेरे भए पनि I cannot open and have a hearty laugh. So I think that you help your child to laugh. I think let's clap for sir. That's the thing. That is very, very, very sweet of you. If a child has to look back to the school life and think that yes, I want to go back to school life, I'm sure this was one of the days. Yes, you may think we are used to a very, very stringent system, right? Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am nabasikan hami nabasnu parne. But right now the era is changing. If you see your relatives and cousins, tapai paila jastai tapaile uhaharलाई namaste tastile whatever you used to say khamri. Now the children don't max formal. After some years they will not even do this. They will just look at you and they'll go. So that is the change of era, and we should accept our children having a gala time. Yes, of course, our activity should not be disturbing the other classes. That we have to try to serve them back. अलिकति त अब सँगै बारेको जस्तै नै हो बिचारा नानीहरुलाई. अब उहाँहरुलाई अब जस्तै अब ICT integrated कुराहरुले नि भिडियो देखायो त they never want to stop watching the video. They want to continue with the video on and on and on. Let's say introducing like let's say play based. You're play based गरे अब चाहिँ रेड लेखौँ त भनेर रेड लेख्दिन म रेड ढुक्कै खेला बसौँ भन्दा. So एक खेप yes, दुई खेप yes, बिस्तारै we have to get them back. Another thing is time bound. We are always time bound, and such a big syllabus to cover in a short span of time. Sometimes the government holiday on the period लाग्छ है syllabus सबै छैन नि भन्छ नि sometimes. And another thing, so many things. Environment day पनि स्कुलले मनाउनु भन्छ, blood donation drive पनि मनाउनु भन्छ, cleanliness day पनि मनाउनु भन्छ.
Every day is something.
Every day is something. पनि स्कुलमा गर्नुपर्ने, pre-Christmas पनि गर्नुपर्ने, pre-Diwali पनि गर्नुपर्ने. Those are actually भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो citizen को लागि that's important. उनीहरुलाई थाहा त हुनु पर्यो नि. Just because मेरो घरमा कसैले ड्रग गर्दैन doesn't mean my संसार is clean, no? है? कम्युनिटीमा एउटा टमाटर कुहेको छ पनि सबैलाई कुहाउने बेल लाग्दैन नि त. So we have to think about the globe as a bigger perspective and take those challenges as well. So while all those being taken, we'll have to keep the child in the center, in the context. Eventually, say whatever is happening, just let's say World 7 Minutes to Earth, or Blood Donation Day, or Mother's Day, whatever we are celebrating, is it benefiting the child in any way? Right? Suppose pre-Diwali bhanere rangoli making competition garaya, diya painting competition, is it benefiting the child? Do you think it benefits the child?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, if I conduct a diya painting session, do you think it will benefit the child? How many yes? How many no? Yes. Anybody know? No, how many no? Okay, so if you're saying yes, in what ways? Creativity. First, the mixture of colors देखि लिएर उनीहरुको creativity. अब यसमा कस्तो बुट्टा हाल्ने? सानो दिया छ, कस्तो गर्नुपर्ने? Anything else?
They'll show their talent.
Very good. They'll learn to respect each other's religion. I may be a Christian, I may be a non-Hindu person where Diwali is not my festival, but I will take part in it, eventually leading to a society which becomes accepting, open. Right? Just हाम्रो इलेक्सन आउने बेलामा एउटा I read an article which says Sikkim has been India's one of the most
multi-religious,
what do you say, secular, not really secular, तर यो भन्दैछ चित्त बुझेको पिर्न परेको कन्ट्री स्टेट हेर्नु पऱ्यो पनि किनभने यो चाहिँ केले हेर्दछ भन्दाखेरि रायट्स एन्ड प्रोटेस्ट कतिको चाहिँ रायट एन्ड प्रोटेस्टहरू हुन्छ नि कम्युनिटीमा त्यतिमा चाहिँ त्यसले चाहिँ के न केमा कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्दो रहेछ नि सो देयर इज अ स्केल अकर्डिङ टु द्याट सो त्यो हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ सिक्किमको मान्छे चाहिँ साह्रै सन्तोके रहेछ भन्दो रहेछ नि अब यो सन्तोके चाहिँ हाम्रो सोसाइटी सन्तोके कसरी भयो स्पेसली टु एडल्ट्स हियर टु सिनियर टिचर्स हियर तपाईँहरूकै हात पाउ बुद्धि लगाएर जुन चाहिँ नानीहरूलाई हुर्काउनु भयो I myself am a student of so many teachers. So those teachers I pay respect that I am able to accept everybody in the community equally. Today if somebody walks in the class and wants to wear the hijab, unless the head of the institute says something, I will be completely okay with that. I will never do that as a teacher. And I'm sure you will also never do that. That is what Sikkim has become so far. Right? King ko hat, but we have moved on to a democratic merging with India. Everything is actually new. We are including the mountain itself, the young fall mountain mountain. Okay, everything is new for us. We are supposed to be in a state of rebel kind of, but we are never rebel. We are always so santoki, like the article says, right? Okay, so yes, with that, any questions still here? Any questions? Any thoughts? Any ideas? Any experiences you want to share?
आज भोलिले फेरि नानीहरूले पहिला हाम्रो टाइममा चाहिँ गुड मर्निङ सर गुड मर्निङ म्याम अनि पछि टाइम बित्दै जाँदा मर्निङ सर अनि अझै अलिकति अहिले 2-4 साल मर्निङ टिचर्स भन्नु त्यो चाइनाको त्यो स्टुडेन्टले चाहिँ त्यो मार्सल आर्टको स्टुडेन्टले चाहिँ टिचर भन्नु बोलाएको चाहिँ मैले धेरैचोटि सुनेँ त्यो यहाँ छ गुड मर्निङ टिचर आजभोलि चाहिँ नानीहरूले चाहिँ अब नजिक आउँछ अनि त्यहाँदेखि उसले चाहिँ सुटुक्कै भन्छ कि गुड मर्निङ सर मेरो टेस्टमा कति मार्क्स आयो वे चाहिँ बढ्छ र अहिले यस्तो ट्रेन्ड पनि चल्दै रहेछ नानीहरूलाई क्लासमा जाँदा पनि उनीहरूले गुड मर्निङ सर भनेर त्यो बेन्चमा उठ्नु पनि नपर्ने रहेछ किनभने लेट देम सिट साइलेन्टली लेट देम रेस्ट टिचर पनि सोच्दै गयो सी इच अदर त्यति मात्रै भए पनि एउटा सबै कुरा हुँदो रहेछ डिसिप्लिन हुँदो रहेछ किनभने आर्मीको अफिसरहरू चाहिँ अब ठुल्ठुलो अफिसरहरू चाहिँ आउँदो रहेछ त्यो अरू बसेकोहरूले कति सो मात्रै गर्दो जस्तै त्यो एउटा डिसिप्लिन त हो सिधा बस्यो भने चाहिँ उसले रेस्पेक्ट पनि गर्दैछ मर्निङ सर पनि भन्दैछ नमस्ते सबै एउटै कुरामा बुझ्नु पर्यो र कति टिचरहरूले चाहिँ मर्निङ भनेन भने रिसाउनु पनि खै तेरो मुख छैन टाढा पनि फलो गर्नु छोडिस् भनेर चाहिँ कतिजना टिचरहरूले चाहिँ अब कमान्ड डिमान्ड होइन त्यो प्रकार
So like we said, no, there's a change of era, and with change of era, there's going to be change in behavior of the humans, let's say, little humans. And if we want them to discipline in a certain way, tell them we can. अब अहिलेको एजुकेसन सिस्टममा के भन्दैछ हामीले उहाँलाई सम्झाउनु बुझाउनु यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ यस्तो गर्नु हुँदैन इभेन्चुअली जस्तै लेट्स सिम्पली से एज अ पेरेन्ट एज अ मदर नानीलाई टोइलेट ट्रेन गराउँछ नि आई वान्ट टु गो टु द टोइलेट भनेर सिकाउँछ पहिला बोल्नु सिकाउँछ इसारा गर्नु सिकाउँछ त्यो गर्दा गर्दै हुन्छ नि सो राइट नाउ व्हाट व्हेन वी टक अबाउट डिसिप्लिनिङ अ चाइल्ड वी काइन्ड अफ हाम्रो आफ्नै नानीको लागि चाहिँ केही ब्यारियर राख्दैन है नानीले टेबल ढ्याङ पारोस् कि पाहुनाको मकैबाट चिया खाइदियोस् है We may not be disciplining our child, but when it comes to school, we think that it's our responsibility to make them a very disciplined individual. So discipline does not only mean following orders. They should be following orders when they know they are doing something. मुखले त गुड मर्निङ सर भन्ला तर if they are not knowing, they have no respect within them, that's of no point. So just सरले भन्नुभएको चाहिँ अहिलेको ट्रेन्डमा DIET स्टुडेन्ट्स नो डायट स्टुडेन्ट्स not just good morning, good afternoon, happy teachers day they put in a group. हामी सबै फ्याकल्टी भएको एउटा ग्रुप छ कि ह्याप्पी टिचर्स डे टु अल द टिचर्स लेख्छ त्यहाँको टिचर्स डेमा त्यही दिन भेट्दा पनि ह्याप्पी टिचर्स डे भन्दैन मुखबाट भन्दैन सो अब हामीले अब मन दुखाएर बस्ने हो नि त अब स्याडै हुनु मन छ अर्को कुरा हो अदरवाइज वाइ टु थिङ्क नो यु सुड बी थिङ्किङ वेदर यु आर बिङ एबल टु टिच द चाइल्ड करेक्टली मैले उसले पढाएको कुरा चाहिँ उसले आन्सर पेपरमा अलिकति दर्शाउनु सक्दैछ कि छैन मेजोरिटीजना पास हुनु सक्दैछ कि छैन त्यो एउटा आफ्नो त्यहीपट्टि टार्गेट हुनु पऱ्यो है ओके सो एनी क्वेसन्स नो वी विल डु वान एक्टिभिटी सो फर द्याट यो अघि हामीले जे पोइन्ट डिस्कस गऱ्यौँ दिस इज हियर फर यर रेफरेन्स एन्ड हियर राइट नाउ वी आर टकिङ अबाउट एकदमै do we have pre-primary teachers here? Okay. So we have pre-primary teachers देखि PGT सम्म हुनुहुन्छ यहाँनिर So as we say, we are assuming that we are all teachers of class 7, somewhere in between, right? So what we will do is, we will divide ourselves into group subject-wise. So subject so 7 को just social science with history or something छुट्टिँदैन yeah छुट्टिँदैन नि we only have social science no it's separated oh okay then we'll all sit separately and then choose any one topic from the book and I have the LOs with me okay because we are said we are to be guided by LO right learning outcomes okay so मैले social science को लिएर आएको छु maths को लिएर I have LOs for all the subjects so तपाईले कुनै एउटा LO लाई हेरेर त्यो बुकबाट त्यो च्याप्टर निकालेर we'll only try to inculcate or plan plan हुनु पर्यो नि unless there's a blueprint building structure may not be good